So today's sermon title is From Striving to Abiding. And I want to begin with this simple question. When you pray, what are you really looking after? When you pray, what are you really after? Good grades? Or less stress? Better relationship? Or a problem fixed? And let me ask you the second question. If God fixed all your problems, but He doesn't give Himself to you, do you think they'll be okay? He fixed all your problems and give everything you want, but He doesn't give Himself to you. Do you think there'll be enough? And this is the tension that you get to see in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and chapter 30. Because in Deuteronomy 28, you get to see a little bit of the blessing, but a lot of curse. 1/4 is basically blessing. 3/4 of that, the rest of the chapter, is all curse. So, let me ask you one more time. Do you want the gift, or do you want the gift giver? And in Deuteronomy 28, like I said, there's a little bit of a blessing. And even you read in chapter 28, and I'm sure you read it, it feels like, if you obey me, I'll bless you, kind of narrative. Okay? But don't miss this. Because Deuteronomy 28 is not about you do the right things and God bless you. It's not that. Because God has already rescued Israelites from Egypt and from slavery. Because here's the thing, obedience wasn't a way to earn God's love. Obedience is how loved people live. Obedience is how loved people like us live. But what we do is we flip that and we think to ourselves, if I do really well, God will be happy, or if I fail, God will be so disappointed. That's the performance mind. And let me put it this way. You might have an app on your phone that you love, or social media or games on your phone, but you ignore your charger. And now, at top right corner says 1% left, and you panic. Do you see the point here? When we read the scripture, we think we want peace, success, and comfort. But we don't think about deep connection and dependence on the Lord. That's basically try to turn on your app without charging your phone. And in those moments, when you see this 1%, you say to yourself, oh, I will handle it. I will handle it by myself. Leave me alone, God. I can do this. And that might be your inner voice. And you might say these things because you have tried to trust God. You have tried to rely on God, but it didn't work. So you build a wall to protect yourself. But this wall done its job. It protected you, but also it has isolated you. And that's the problem. Yet, God comes and He doesn't destroy our walls. Instead, He says, can I come in and let me protect you? See, curses in Deuteronomy 28, it's not really a threat. It's a description of the reality. It's description of reality that life disconnected from God will eventually drain you and destroy your life. The description of the curse is explanation of what will happen when your life is disconnected from God. And life disconnected from God will surely drain and destroy you. So here, God gave us the solution. Because in Deuteronomy 30, chapter 30, verse 6 says, basically, I will change your heart. Because he talks about the circumcision of the heart. And when I see the circumcision of the heart, this is what I hear. I will change you. Therefore, God is not saying try harder or be stronger or do more. Instead, he's saying, I will operate your heart and give you new heart. So don't try to fix your problem on your own, and don't try to fix your pride on your own. Don't try to remove your insecurity on your own. And don't ever try to remove your sin all by yourself. Because instead, what Jesus has done is he took that curse on what you saw, we didn't read today, but what you saw in Deuteronomy 28, and gave himself to us. So when God opens your heart, he's not trying to punish you or shame you. Instead, he's inviting us to a safe space. And he will be the one change your heart. So that you will no longer say, I have to obey. Or do I really have to do this? Because if God really changed your heart, this is what will happen. I don't want to drift away from the Lord. I don't want to drift away. I don't want to, go far away from him. Because here's the thing, obedience is not to earn love, but it is about staying close to the one who has already loved you. And that's why Deuteronomy 30:20 says this, he is your life. That's literally what it says. Deuteronomy 30:20 says, he is your life. Therefore, your life is not your GPA, not your followers, not your future college, not your relationship in the future. Instead, God is your life. Therefore, cling to him. Attach yourself to him. Stay close to him. See, when you are disconnected to your Wi-Fi, you don't yell at your apps. All you need to do is reconnect. Likewise, you need to reconnect if you feel like you are fading away from the Lord. Connect to him. And when you feel like your faith is weak, let someone remind you of who God is. Because your faith is not just yours. It's not just a private thing. Our faith is personal, but also it has to be shared. So, if your faith needs to be stronger, you feel like, then remember, he is your life. So let me leave you with this final question. Do you want the gift or do you want the gift giver? And I pray that you will not gonna just collect blessings, but your life will be all about staying close to the Lord and stay where he's at. So please stay close to the Lord. He is your life.